I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed, and on a pedestal these words appear: My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look at my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away."
Percy Shelley's Ozymandias is arguably his most famous sonnet. Composing at the young age of 26, Shelley puts a universal message at the heart of the poem: the fleeting nature of power and the inevitable decay of human achievements. This theme is immediately evident in the very first lines, where the reader is plunged into the somber atmosphere of the scene. A traveler from an antique land describes the shattered visage of once great statue, telling that even the King of Kings now lies forgotten in the desert. Using his poetic skills, Shelley illustrates that no amount of power can withstand the relentless passage of time. His use of irony to underscore the transient nature of power is clear in the words of the king: "Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." This bold declaration, once proudly inscribed on the pedestal, now serves as a grim reminder of the king's vanished empire. What could have been a testament to his greatness has become a bitter joke, as nothing of his kingdom or accomplishments remains. For Shelley, no matter how great a ruler may consider himself, even a king of kings can eventually become a forgotten relic of an antique land. Shelley drew inspiration from the statue of Ramses II, which was discovered by an actual travelers. The name Ozymandias is a Greek rendering of the Egyptian name Uzer-Maatre, one of throne names of Ramses II. Shelley read about the ancient Greek transcription of the cut line on a pedestal from the works of ancient Greek historian Diodorus Siculus. Though we cannot be certain why Shelley chose this specific name for his sonnet, it is clear that Ozymandias carries somewhat of a majestic resonance to it. Showing that he is the master of his craft, Shelley does something quite interesting with the poem. To heighten the similarities between the broken statue and the sonnet itself, Shelley breaks the traditional rhyme system of the form so that the sonnet is broken as well. At first, Shelley deliberately evokes the style of two of the most prominent types of sonnets, the Shakespearean and Petrarchian. But then, like a blow of the hammer, he adds an extra rhyme in lines 5 and 9. This deliberate breaking of traditional poetic form can be seen as a reflection of the shattered work of art that the poem itself describes. Just like the fragmented statue, now both the poem and the art it portrays are fragmented, yet they endure despite the passage of time. It is easy to take the forces of nature, in our case the desert, as a symbol of a true tyrant, much like Ozymandias. The desert is described as boundless and stretching far away, as though it has conquered everything in sight, just as it has consumed the statue. However, for Shelley, the true antagonist in his poem is time. Time, as Shelley wants to show us, can seem ruthless on one hand, but on the other, it is within the character of time, if we can describe it as such, to clear the way for the new, what is to come. A grand leveler of sort. In this sense, the desert is merely a servant of the will of time. It can bring deep satisfaction once we understand how a genius can craft a message inside their work, only to reveal that Shelley has hidden yet another message within the message, one about the role of art in life. Between the relentless march of time and the unforgiving forces of nature, there is art that tries to navigate the narrow path between the two. The ruined statue, despite its destruction, is the only remnant of the empire Ozymandias once had. Shelley also elevates the power of the written word. If the first 8 lines of the sonnet focus on the ruined statue, final 6 lines shift attention to the writing and the surroundings, showing that the inscription on the pedestal preserved the identity of the king more explicitly than the statue itself. If time serves as the antagonist in the sonnet, the hero is the sculptor, someone who read the true essence of the king so well that he immortalized him in stone. In a way, Ozymandias is not about Ozymandias, but rather about the artist and the art. Shelley plants this idea into a poem so carefully, he almost makes it easy to overlook. If everything is destined to perish, art, in its purest form, becomes the only medium capable of carrying ideas and identities across vast distances of both space and time, offering us a glimpse into immortality.